Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kroeger and let the humiliation continue. I won't deny it, guys. Pop music has affected my life, my taste, my expectations, and my criticism. Especially my criticism. So when it's healthy to admit that you used to like some shit when you were younger, I find it even healthier to admit that some songs still remain in your good graces, regardless of what people may say about them. Now, like last time, these had to have been pop songs. They had to have been released anywhere between when I was born and when I turned 15, when my music trends began to settle, and they have to be by artists that left a lasting impression on me. Also, just a few reminders, these songs are all my opinion, and the transitional music playing between each rank is just the transitional music. It's just the song that fits the situation, okay? It's not an honorary number 11 or anything. Although, if this were a top 20 list, you'd probably see it there. And with that, these are my top 10 best hit songs from my childhood. Number 10.
She wants to dance like ooh with Thurman, bury me till I confess.
I've got no problem with Fall Out Boy coming back and everything, but this is very lackluster considering what I'm used to from them. In comparison to when they first started, Fall Out Boy has lost a lot of the punch they used to have with some of their older songs, making these just not stick anymore. This is the Fall Out Boy I remember. Loud, energetic, fun, and memorable with a small hint of asshole in there just to make it work. Okay, I should take some of that back. Centuries and Irresistible definitely top dance for me in any of these categories, but none of them can top the first ever song I heard by Fall Out Boy. This I love. I mean, it's clearly about a breakup, but it manages to be a song you have to stop and think about what they're saying about their ex-lover. It was cryptic when I was a kid, making me more than curious about it, and as a result, made me curious about the group. And even if it weren't, the music to Thanks for the Memories was just unforgettable to me. It had great pace and punch to it, while maintaining a fair amount of control. It felt like sitting in suspense, wondering what was going to happen next. Not exactly something you could say about most songs in the 2000s. The atmosphere in this song gave me a hint and glance into a certain song style I've grown to like, which we'll talk more about once we hit number 6. But nonetheless, this is a kick-ass song. Number 9. Making both lists. Avril Lavigne, for me, has grown into a perplexing figure in the music industry. On one hand, I still want to like her and sing along with her songs like I did as a child. But on the other hand, I can't stand her. Even on songs I thought I would like, such as Rock and Roll, I can't get into her because she sounds obnoxious at many points and bored at others. Needless to say, Avril's become frustrating to me. Despite all of that, this is the song that probably frustrates me the most about her. I want to hate this song. I'm very aware of what kind of problems it has. Plus, like many other critics, I would say that this is one of Avril Lavigne's worst songs so far. But I still like it! I have no clue why I still like this. This has so many bad elements in it. Avril Lavigne is obnoxious as fuck. The beats are loud and annoying. The song is a satire about trying to get a guy to leave his girlfriend for Avril Lavigne. Not to mention the rap breakdown, which clearly inspired a certain segment of Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. There is a slight difference between these two songs, though. That and being Shake It Off is just an atrocious piece of music and I can't stand a single second of it. Yet, Girlfriend still remains in my good graces. Maybe it's the nostalgia for Avril Lavigne that makes me like this. Maybe it's because I find it better than Skater Boy. I don't know. I just still like it. And I'm almost sorry for it. Number 8. Whoa! Green Day, hi! Despite being very prominent in the early 2000s, Green Day was a band that came and went with my household. I mean, I still knew who they were, but I never knew them much outside of American Idiot. Speaking of, said song almost made this list. But of course, I just found one I liked more. Came out of left field, especially for the pop charts. How often do you hear songs making statements like these? How often do they hit the pop charts? How many of them attacking conservatism, the Republican Party, and the then President of the United States? How many of them after 9/11? This song got on the list mainly because of how much balls it had for the time, and how much of it still bears some truth actually. Come to think of it, it wouldn't surprise me if they play it during the campaign this year. Number 7. And now, to help you recover from that political battle, here is something much more easy to the general public.
I'm not here for your entertainment. You don't really wanna.
A really big part of me wanted to put Holiday above this song, if only for what my number 6 is. But I can't deny it, I like You in Your Hand a lot more. Making a song about wanting to have a good time is one thing. Making a song about dissing a guy who pissed you off is another thing. But making a song revolved around the guy in the club who's trying to get lucky while you're trying to have a good time, that's something different all the way around. I've heard pop princesses try to tackle this subject, but none of them have ever been able to hit all the points Pink has. A laid out situation, good pacing, a great fire line.
Just you and your hand tonight.
Not to mention, beautiful production. Thank you, Max Martin. Oh, and just a little FYI, this is not the last of his songs that you'll be seeing on this list.
Just you and your hand tonight. Just dance, gonna be okay.
Number 6. Something you guys don't know about me is just how long it took for me to warm up to rap music. I was from a suburban, mainly white neighborhood surrounded by people who scrunched their noses at this genre. This eventually changed when my older sister got me to listen to Eminem for the first time. This man kicked open a door in my subconscious that allowed me to appreciate good rap music whenever it came on. Unfortunately, this happened past our little age range here, and even if it didn't, Eminem is not the person who led me to that door. There was a song released less than 10 years before Lose Yourself, and when I heard it for the first time, I loved every second of it.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize
this song barely made it. Dead serious, Gangsta's Paradise was released when I was in diapers. Thankfully, that didn't stop me from learning about it in elementary school of all places. I had a music teacher that showed us this and Weird Al's parody of it. Nothing against Amish Paradise by any means, I just preferred this one more. Gangsta's Paradise is the earliest song I can remember that I would define as a haunting melody. A song with beautiful music but with dark and serious undertones. I could go all day about how this accurately portrayed inner city kids and how it's one of the best rap songs I've ever listened to in my life. But the Rap Critic already did a review of this song, and you guys should hear it from someone way more qualified than I am. All I can really say is, there's a reason this was 1995's Song of the Year. Number 5. Oh, shut up. No matter how much I hate this fact, Nickelback was a big part of my life, and the reason I found this next song was because of them. And the reason I stuck with it for so long is because of Santana. Now, normally Chad Kroeger is very irritating to listen to as far as vocals are concerned, and on this particular track, you could very well argue that his vocals are bland and very unconvincing, especially if he's trying to come off as a love-struck man. But you cannot deny it, Carlos Santana makes this song. Into the Night is paced beautifully, and the music actually sets the tone to what the song is about. It's more than enough to make me forget Kroeger's singing and actually go back for repeated listens. I mean, at the end of the day, music should be the reason that you go back for a good pop song. And Santana definitely delivers.
And we danced on into the night.
Number 4.
God damn it, I'm fucking tired of this song.
Sorry, Brendan.
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a gun?
Did anyone not see this song coming? This is one of several jams from 2005 that I'll forever enjoy. I like it more than Thanks for the Memories for more than a few reasons. Unlike other rock songs that were just loud whenever they got popular, I Write Sins was just much more mystical, and there were not many songs that could have pulled that off for the time. This song actually made me not only look for the artist, but continue listening to them years down the road. I don't consider this Panic at the Disco's best song, or even best hit song for that matter. If I did a top 10 best songs so far list, you probably wouldn't see I Write Sins in the ranking. Regardless though, I still love it. And even over 10 years later, it has yet to wear out its replay value. Number 3. I'd like to introduce you guys to Rob Thomas.
I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell.
Rob Thomas is the lead singer of Matchbox 20, a band who's ended up on the pop charts more than a few times, most notably for this song. Despite that, I never knew of Rob Thomas through his band. I learned his name through 2 other songs, the more recent of which came off of his debut solo album. And when it hit the radio, it turned into one of the most overplayed songs in my house. Do I need to explain much here? The funk beat, the gorgeous singing, the lyrics that actually attempt to give this song some depth. Either of these were easy picks for what could have put this song on the list. But the deciding factor went to Rob Thomas himself.
What if I give all my life to find some way to stand beside you?
Rob Thomas is just a naturally charismatic singer, and his voice always puts me in the mood for his music. You honestly can't ask for better than that, and it's not very often I get to say this. Number 2.
You might been hurt, babe. That ain't no lie.
I've said it once already and I'll say it again. I have a great amount of nostalgia for the 90s boy band era. Back in my house, actually, if we weren't listening to Nsync, we were listening to the Backstreet Boys. Now that I think about it, this was the boy band we would normally play. Unlike other male singers that hit the pop charts now, the Backstreet Boys are actually filled with very powerful vocalists, each one with their own distinctive voice and all that harmonize very well with each other. Combine that with Max Martin's production work, it was very easy to get hooked on these guys. Choosing this next song wasn't easy though. A lot of BSB songs became popular and I had quite a few to choose from. I can't really say that I like one song more than I like the other, but if I had to choose one, it would be The Call.
I'm sorry, just wanna tell you don't worry.
Well, the guys are more than capable of being fun and romantic. I prefer a fair amount of their serious songs actually, and The Call delivers by telling us the story of how a relationship broke apart.
Let me tell you the story about the call that changed my destiny.
Nice to see that this actually came with a story, and it's actually told well. The story of a man who cheated on his partner and years down the road regrets his actions with his lie running through his head. With how much I love this act, there are actually friends of mine who thought I would top this list with their discography, which was a tempting thought. But no, I have one song that I genuinely enjoy more than any Backstreet Boys song or any of the other songs on this list. But before that, Here's some honorable mentions and runners-up for the list.
See me mowing my front lawn.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is my honorary number 11. I didn't even know it got on Billboard when it came out, but who cares?
I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is my honorary number 12. This song could have been about mold and I wouldn't have cared. It's done way too well to earn any shit.
Feel the rain on your skin, no one else can feel it for you.
The weird thing about this song is that the compilation CD I've got credited the song to Gwen Stefani. I'm not sure why. I wish I had memories of hearing Miss Jackson when I was younger, but I'll settle for this one. And I think that's enough. Back to the list. Number 1. Guys, I'm a music critic. I can honestly tell you that there's not a single song in the world I would ever deem perfect. But this one came close. No matter what song you listen to, its music should always be what you come back to. Great instrumentation, good vocals, lyrics are a plus for some. Don't get me wrong, every song on this list hit more than a few good points for me. I like them, but only this song could get remotely close to what I would call perfect, and it's not even a word I like using. Composed by one of the best music acts still alive today. And they brought Rob Thomas along to boot.
It's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you.
I don't think I need to talk about this song for very long. A lot of the reasons I like it have already been explained. I like Santana's music on Into the Night, but it doesn't reach near a music high as it does on this smash hit. Aside from this fantastic music we got here, Rob Thomas is at his all-time best on this song. The man wrote the vocal melody and dedicated the lyrics to his wife, and damn does it show.
My Spanish Harlem Mona Lisa.
That's some Elton John reference, if I'm not mistaken. The way this song ends is the best way for it to go out, in my opinion. Santana and Thomas were practically competing with each other on who could end the song stronger. It all fits too well. And it is the only song that could ever top this list. I'm Kroeger, and I'll see you next time.